This is Ash, and y'all are now tuned into the Mobb Life podcast.
Long live the biggest. Jizzle.
I gotta go hard, ain't no halftime. I was stuck in the dark, now it's sunshine. I say it's church door. Back then, look, I mean a lot of.
Hey, we locked in. This is the Mobb Life podcast. I got my girl Ash on this bitch. You already know. This finna be a serious episode. We locked in. You know, and at the end of the day, I want people to know that this episode is about growth and, you know, continuing in every obstacle that is thrown in front of you. You feel what I'm saying? So, I want to thank you for coming on, young lady. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There's so many females that got your story. You feel me? And I feel like my platform is a place where somebody could use their voice to help other females continue to grow in life. So now that you're on it and everybody is paying so much attention to your life, can you give me a little short story of why people are paying attention to you or what's going on with you that have everybody attention on you?
I feel like, you know, I'm a girl from down south and, you know, I grew up with everybody. So when they see me doing what I do, leveling up, everybody started to pay attention. So it's like, I feel like that's why they gravitated to my life. And then they seen a lot of different stuff too that they wanted in their life as well. So that probably gravitated them to me. So.
Okay. So we gonna start off with, for the people who don't know, cause of course we always got new viewers on a continuous basis. Where you come from?
I'm from Perrine.
You from Perrine? Where you grew up at?
I grew up on 104.
Damn.
My whole life. Mm-hmm. From a baby all the way up until I was out of school. I grew up on 104, 176, you know, that corner house. Mm-hmm. Everybody from Perrine knows me, my sisters, my cousins in that corner house. So, you know, even if you're not from Perrine and you just know that corner house and you know me, my family, my sisters, my brother, my cousins, everybody.
I feel like everything that you're going through right now is like a urban book, like that a lot of people probably don't even read anymore, but it's a urban book, and it's the come up of a female who really come from the struggle and really come from, you feel me, basically nothing and becoming something, but being hurt in the midst of it, but using that as motivation to become a better person.
Okay.
So I want to use that to, you know, shed light on how you were raised and basically like the steps in life that you took to get where you are right now.
So I was raised by my mom. My mom was a single mother, and she raised me, my sister, and my brother. You know, our dads wasn't in the household with us. Mm-hmm. But my mom, she worked every day. We stayed with my aunt in Perrine. So we was basically kind of like raised with my cousins, my auntie. But, you know, when my mom get off work, we'll go home with her. But we spent our time with my auntie, my cousins, and then we'll go home with my mom once she get off work because she got 3 kids and she's a single mother. So.
Most definitely. So growing up, like what school you went to? Like what was it?
I went to R.R. Moulton, and then I went to Southwood. Then I went to Coral Reef. Then I went to Palmetto.
Why you left Coral Reef and went to Palmetto? That's the question. That's what I want to know.
Because Coral Reef was like, the only reason I went to Coral Reef because my mom wanted me to go to Coral Reef. Coral Reef was just like.
But but Coral Reef ain't no school that you just could go to. You gotta get accepted.
You has to get accepted. So I was a really smart girl, but I was a hot girl.
Okay.
So it was just like I wasn't trying to be at Coral Reef where like all the like nerds was at. I had the mind. It was just like that's not where I was supposed to be at. But I just went there because my mom made me go there. She was just like, "Oh, you're not going to Palmetto, or you're not going to Southridge, or you're not going to like regular schools." Like she wanted me to go to a magnet school, but I just felt like that wasn't for me. But being that my sister was there, I was like, all right.
This your older sister?
Yeah.
So your older sister's smart too?
Yeah, she's smart. My brother went there too. Me, my sister, and my brother, we all went there.
Y'all shouldn't have went to Palmetto. Y'all should have went to Palmetto.
It was like, when we went to Corey, my mama just wanted us to go there. She didn't want me to go to Palmetto or like, I just don't know why. Maybe she just seen that I was a hot girl, but she was just like, nah, you're not going there. So I'm like, all right, cool. So when I went there. My sister 1 year older than me. So I was able to go there all those years. So being that I'm there with my sister, I was all right. But when my sister left, I'm just like, I'm thinking of a plan in my head, like, I got to do something to get out of school. So, you got to keep a certain GPA. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, all the way up to my 11th grade year, I'm like, I'm going to be good until then so I could get kicked out because I don't want to be there without my sister because I really don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So once my sister left, it was like, all right, my grades went down. And then they was like, I don't know where she gonna go. So Palmetto was my only other thing to go. And I was happy about that because like, I didn't want to be there without my sister. Like Coral Reef just wasn't a place for me.
That shit
like,
fool.
It was a smart place. It was a good thing, but that's just not my type of like, I get it, but it just wasn't for me in high school. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So with all that going on with school and shit like that, what was the thing that attracted you to hair? Like doing hair and shit like that. What was it?
Well, when I was younger, I used to be just doing stuff like I had an aunt, like I told you, I was staying with my auntie. We had like my aunt that raised us, and then we had like an autistic auntie. And I used to always do her hair, just play in her hair, do whatever. And I used to do it. I used to do all my cousins' hair. I used to do my sister's hair. I used to do my friends' hair. When I say I would fuck them up. But at that time, I'm not gonna lie.
Do it?
Yes, but at that time, it looked good. Yes. At that time, it looked good.
What, like the bun?
Yeah, the bun is, the bob, anything.
The Dora bob?
Anything that
Y'all
was
shit
out.
used to be cricket?
27 pieces.
Yeah.
All that. It was a thing for us. So I'm like, all right, they let me do their hair. Cool.
And they used to go to school fucked up.
No, when you look at
the time y'all was
yeah,
good.
when you look at it now, you be like, damn, that's fucked up. But back then, they used to be like, shit, I'm finna wear this. Like, this look good.
Yeah, right.
So yes, it was free. It looked good, decent at the time. But now that we look at it, we just laugh about it, whatever. But I always did everybody hair when we was younger, like just playing their hair, like. Ain't nobody was trying to go to somebody that's paying $100 or $65, $85. Shit, I was doing that shit for free. Let me just
because I'm your friend. I'm gonna do your hair.
So that's what it was. So that's what got me into doing hair. But at that time, I really didn't take it serious. I was still working jobs, going to school, but I really didn't want to do hair. Yeah. So I just don't know. Like once I got sick of working at PRC, I just was like, at one point, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do hair. Fuck it. I don't want to work no more. Okay,
so the friends that you met along the way, they obviously from a whole bunch of different neighborhoods that I could see. And these motherfuckers crazy too.
What happened? What happened?
So,
I was always there.
Oh, okay.
Me too. She was on the way. No, I wasn't.
So wait,
there.
so what? So what? From what I see, you from Paran, but you got a lot of friends from Ghouls. How did that happen?
Okay, so
Explain that.
what happened was my mom's mom stay in Goose. She's a street over from Chocolate City.
Okay.
So being that my mom work a lot, I'll be at my auntie house, and then every weekend we go to my grandma's house. But my mama had us in cheering. I cheered for Goose from like 65 all the way to till it was 145, 140, whatever it was. And that was that. So I cheered for Goose, but I stayed in Perrine. So it was like a mixture of both.
But
and
you was always at grandma's house.
Right. So a part of my family was from Goose, from my granddad's side, and then a part of my family was from Perrine, which is my grandma's side. So that's how it happened. Like, I got family in Goose and family in Perrine, like both of them.
Yeah. So that's why she always screaming like she ready, like,
Yeah.
I've been here.
Yeah, no, Panky.
I've been here, nigga.
Panky
It's
been.
not that. It's like we.
Panky lived it with us. You know, Panky was a real hot girl. So Panky.
What Panky used to do?
I ain't a hot girl, bitch. I'm a hot girl. The last hot girl.
No, I'm talking about before.
I know, but that's my name.
No, before I could say
fighting a lot.
before it was a hot girl, Panky was really like just like a bad girl.
Yeah.
Like a hot girl is a bad girl. So it's like she was originally.
You used to be fighting, Panky?
Bad.
Why you didn't go to the mat then? You ain't beating on no shit.
Why you don't know what you're talking about?
Panky.
First, as soon as I got out there, my first week, they transferred me. I went to jail.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it's like Panky, she was the type that, you know, if her mama don't want her to do something, she at my crib.
Yeah.
So it was like, me and Panky, we clicked, cause like my sister and brother, they was different. They me and Panky, we was just on some bad shit. Like, that's just how it was, so.
Paint.
We was on some real capers.
Yeah, we was.
I seen the shit that she was doing just now. I don't know what capers you was on.
Nobody's Jess. Talk about Jess. I don't know what Jess was talking about.
So that inspired you to start getting into hair and shit?
Never seen no shit like that.
What inspired me to get into hair? What inspired me to get into hair was from me doing hair with, like, when I was younger, just doing plaits. I wasn't doing like bond-ins and stuff. I was really doing plaits and stuff like that. And then I started doing bond-ins. I would see like, I would look at on TV and I would see like, this is the type of girl that I want to be.
Yeah.
So I would try to do it on other people to make sure that I could do it. And I do it on my sisters, my friends, my cousins, whoever I could do it on. And that's what it was.
So, when did you realize like that you was that girl? Like that you the person that a lot of other females want to pay attention to, or you feel me, want to be around? When was that time?
I had to whoop her ass.
I was working at PRC, and I was doing hair like when I get off or whatever the case may be. So when I started working at PRC, and I figured like, all right, I don't want to work at PRC no more, and I started taking wigs serious, I was like I was like the one of two that was doing wigs down here. So I'm just like, all right.
So let me stop you right there. Do you mind saying the other two that was doing it?
It was me and Tiff.
Okay.
We was doing wigs. We was the only ones doing wigs down south.
Tiff Dorsey?
Yes.
That's right.
She was doing wigs. She was doing she was doing the wigs first, and then I started getting into wigs, and then me and Tiff, we connected because we ended up meeting. We didn't know each other like forever. But when I started doing hair, I met Tiff. And then she was doing wigs. She was doing that. She started off at the hair store. That's when I met her. I don't know if that's where she started, but that's where I met her at. And she was doing wigs at the hair store. And then she did my hair one time. And I was telling her like, I'm trying to get into wigs. And then she was like telling me stuff and whatever the case may be. And that's when we became friends. And then we was the only two doing wigs down here. So it was like, if I'm not doing it, Tiff doing it. So it was like, everybody was coming to us. So I don't know what this girl.
Panky, what you talking about, Panky? Say what you got to say.
Said, Panky. She said I was playing in her head.
It was so
Oh, you played in Panky head one time?
All the time.
Why-
I did her.
You liked it, obviously.
She did.
Tiffany played in my head. Baby hair just way right here.
It was a style then.
It was right here.
It looked good back then, but as
But now, as the time go,
we
you
grew.
played in them girls'
You feel
head.
me? We grew.
I played in mine too.
We grew.
No G shit, that the old
But it
shit
won't work.
you did, that's still like my favorite look. Like
I
the
like
soft
all
look.
edges. That's soft look.
That's soft.
Yes.
Yeah, take that down.
See, girls be knowing shit I don't know nothing about. I don't care. They got these wigs and all this shit going on. I don't know that.
I cut that too.
Hot comb more than we use it now.
Yeah.
That's all.
If we had that hot comb, it would have been that. Yeah.
Y'all the afterwards.
Hot comb is the answer, y'all. I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah,
The hot comb was the real.
burnt marks. It was.
Your shit
burnt marks.
black now, ain't 3D.
I do my own hair now. Nah.
So, all this that's going on, you growing, you becoming who you are. Of course, you got a great, I don't want to say, I'm going to say friend base, people who's around you, sisterhood, I guess, This the first time that I saw this, like, I didn't know that all y'all was vibing. It's like y'all the most popping shit down south, and y'all,
We've been popping, right? We've
but I'm
been wearing the
saying-
same color hair and just doing shit like.
Everybody together. I didn't know that y'all was that all y'all was cool with each other, and it's dope as fuck to see that all y'all vibe.
Together.
Yeah,
See?
I like
Look,
it.
got
I like
three
it.
right there.
Look at her.
Yeah.
She lit. You better stay away from her. She too lit for you.
No, she know. Yeah.
So
She drunk.
the last
Outside.
couple months you had a drastic change in your life and shit like that. How does that start with you? Like, as far as JD, meeting JD, you feel me? Y'all first met, the beginning. So we gonna start, now we finna reverse again. JD is somebody that a lot of people love. Mm-hmm. He's also somebody that a lot of people don't agree with. You feel what I'm saying? But you personally having your own relationship with him, how would you describe him as a person?
I would describe JD as a person. He's a lover. He's like a goofy person. He's a hard person. He's really hard to deal with, honestly. Like, if you don't know him, he come off very hard first. But like, once you break that shell down, he comes a soft person. Yeah. But to me, he was always soft. He was always goofy. He was always like playful with me. But if you're not in that circle, or you're not in that, that boundary, he's gonna always come off as hard, always come off as mean, like always like you probably don't like him because of how he is, but
that's just street nigga shit.
That's just how he is. But you just gotta know him to love him. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't like a mean person, what everybody would think. He was mean to people that just didn't know who he was, but he wasn't a mean person. He was very soft for me.
Yeah. So let's go back to how you met him. I want to know, how long did you know him before y'all got together?
I knew JD for a long time before we actually started. Like, we actually committed to each other. Mm-hmm. But I met JD in the Rolex Club. I already knew JD. I knew of JD. I didn't really know who he was. Like, I didn't never have a conversation with him. I never been like in his presence. I just didn't know who he was, but I just knew him. And then I had seen him one time at that club, you know, Kisses in the Falls.
In the Falls, yeah.
And then he just tapped me and then he waved and I was just like, whatever. I just kept walking because I was talking to someone else. But then when I met him in the Rolex, it was like me, Panky, and one of my other friends. And he tapped me again the same way he did. And then he did the same little wave and I just kept walking. Then his friend grabbed me back and was like, oh, my brother want to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, what's up? And then he ended up buying me, Panky, my friend, a drink. And then he ended up leaving. But then after that, we end up talking on Instagram, but that was the time that I actually talked to him. I mean, I actually paid attention to him and end up taking him like in consideration.
Okay, so how long was that before y'all got into a relationship?
From May to September.
Yeah.
So it was like we met. We ended up getting each other's number in May, and then we end up making an official in September.
Okay, so what year was that?
2015.
Okay. And y'all was fucking with each other for a long time. Damn, that's what, like 9 years?
9 years, 7 months.
Respect. So, JD always had a name in the streets. A lot of people always knew who he was. When did you see the transition in y'all life? Like the going up type shit. Like, when did you realize that he was somebody and of course you was going to be somebody, you know, in the future?
When we made it official, it was probably like a few months. So, I kind of felt like when we kind of made it official, he was somebody that I would go up with because, one day I'm with my homegirl, I'm with Khadijah. And we just riding around, and then he tell me to come pick up money from him for me to invest in my hair business. So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So we go pick up the money, and I invest in my hair business, but he didn't want nothing from it. So I'm just continuously selling wigs, like flipping the wigs after, you know, I already had wigs.
Yeah.
I already was doing my shit, but he just ended up investing in it. But he didn't ask for nothing from me, but it was like, I just felt like, damn, this somebody that want to see
a lot of
me.
niggas don't do that.
No, nobody, a lot of niggas don't do that.
Niggas
And
be
we
out here
wasn't
hurting,
even
man.
like,
Want to see you grow.
we wasn't even so deep in.
Yeah, y'all
You
just
feel
was
me?
talking.
He just wanted
Yeah.
to see what I could. I guess he was just testing me at that point to see, like, let me see if I get her this money, is she gonna do what she say she gonna do? And I did what I said I was gonna do, and we just went from there.
So at the time you already had your business going.
I already had my business going. When I had met JD, I was already working at PRC. So when we was talking, I had ended up telling him, like, you know, I just feel like I don't want to work at PRC no more. I just want to take hair serious. And he was like, you think you could do that? Like, you think you could live off just doing hair? I was like, that's what I think. And he was like, all right, try it. You know, if you need help from me, I'll help you out. And I was like, okay. And then when I did what I was doing, he waited a little bit, but that's when he ended up investing in.
He just wanted to see if you was really gonna do your shit. That's crazy. JD, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good nigga, bro. That's a good nigga. And it's a lot of niggas have that bag. They won't even look out for their spouse. They won't look out for their family members. They won't look out for nobody. They'll just look out for themselves and then expect for a bitch to look out for them when they fucked up. Bye-bye, bitch. Fuck you. You ain't getting nothing.
I know.
G shit.
I was so anxious today.
You gotta go.
When that man said, your homegirls, I said, baby, I ain't used to this. My dog will pay for me and my homegirls to get in somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If me and my friends going somewhere, JD would never let my friends pay for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you gotta understand, JD was up too. Like he wasn't no regular nigga.
He wasn't.
So you know, you dealing with you not dealing with a nigga who just like go to work and come home. Like, this nigga was up. He was doing good for himself. So of course a nigga like that gonna do that, because that's what niggas who got it do. You feel what I'm saying?
Not all.
Yeah, it's a lot of niggas who got it.
I feel like he was doing that too because like when I first got with JD, he wasn't as up as he was when like right now as of in today.
Yeah.
So it's like JD was already making his money, you feel what I'm saying? So me helping him the way that I did.
Yeah, with the hair business,
like whatever JD had going on, I helped him. Whatever I had going on, he helped me. So it was like, it wasn't like I was just leeching off of him. So I was helping him build himself too, as much as he was helping me build myself. So it's like, I feel like that's why he gravitated to me too, because it's like, why would you be making so much money and just doing something for somebody that ain't even helping you?
Exactly.
So it's like, you know, people just was like, oh, you know, JD.
Some niggas just need that girl to boost them up. Cause the whole thing is like, sometimes a nigga could have a goal and have a plan to do something, but they ain't got that right person to say, hey, bro, I got your back, you got my back, let's make this shit work.
Yeah.
And then that goes with females too. Like some females, they could be straight, but they won't help a nigga because they'll be like, bro, fuck you, you ain't got my back like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's always like a conflict of interest, but for you to find that right person, that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. So, personality wise, how would you explain him? Like, you said he was goofy and funny, but again, you said that, you know, to other people that he not really open to, he not that friendly. How was he to you, and how did you get him to open up like that?
JD was just like, at first, he was like just a normal nigga, like just come around, you know, act sweet, whatever the case may be. But he wasn't like how he is now.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of stuff that JD did, he never did when we first met.
Yeah.
So he was like very goofy. He was very funny. But like when I see him outside, like if we go outside, we at a party, we at a club, we hanging out with people, he's a totally different person. Like I just be, sometimes when I get drunk, we'll get into it because it's like, he not the same person that he is in the house that he is outside. But he was just very like loony. Like he was funny. Like you wouldn't believe the things that I got in my phone of him. Like
just having a good time.
Yes.
But you know what's crazy? That comes with a man as a whole being comfortable with a woman. Like I don't think women understand what they do for men as a whole. Women make men arrogant.
Right.
You make them comfortable. Like not only for you, to every woman in the room, like, I'm the shit. I feel like I'm good. Like, my lady treat me like, you feel what I'm saying? So when a nigga start feeling like that, they act like that continuously. And they lady don't have to be around or nothing like that. So obviously you broke something into him that made him feel like that, because a majority of these girls in this room, they deal with street niggas, bro. And I pray to God that all y'all meet that nigga. I
got a street bitch. I'm just street nigga, not a nigga.
Well, street bitch, whatever. Who knows?
Bitch, nigga, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is that make you comfortable enough to just be yourself at all times, even when this person not around. That's what that shit really like mean to people. You feel what I'm saying? Because just me myself, I went to prison when I was 16 years old. Came home when I was 19 years old. Went back. Came home when I was 24. I didn't know what it was for a female presence, like how much impact a female can have on your life, and how much you will change just off of one female treating you a certain type of way, how arrogant it can make you, how, you know, boastful it can make you, or whatever like that.
Soft it can make
you. And it can make you a soft ass nigga, but you soft in the house, you ain't soft on the streets. You feel me? Like your lady will be like, bruh, them niggas, they scared of you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh at your ass. You feel me?
If a nigga like, they really will be soft to you. You see that you like, okay, this is my lady, she doing this, she doing that. Okay, she's soft for me. Like, let me just open up a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want y'all females to understand the role that y'all play in niggas' life, especially these street niggas, bro. When these niggas love y'all ass, boy, You better take that shit for real, because majority of the niggas in the streets, they was raised without a daddy. They was raised without an uncle. They was raised without a big brother. So they trying to find a way in the streets and just trying to figure out exactly who they are as a person. And a lot of times y'all take a role of being a mother or a big sister to them. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't get it at home. So when you really let a nigga be himself and cry when he want to cry, like, it's okay. I ain't gonna judge you for that shit.
Just like at JD's funeral, when a person, a men feel like they're not being loved correctly, if they don't have love, they out in the streets wilding out. Now, you feel me? They doing what they doing, killing. So like, okay, I got nothing to live for. I ain't being loved. So what am I here for?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to destroy the
Most definitely.
Whether that's from their mama, their lady,
whoever.
Like they
It
got
starts at home.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
I take that back. A lot of people say it starts at home. I don't believe in that saying. And the reason I don't believe in that saying, because you could raise your child up, you could raise your kid up properly, you could love your kid, you could show your kid whatever, and that kid still, when they get a mind of their own, they gonna straight.
But
Like on the behalf of why I feel that way, because like, don't get me wrong, like, I ain't gonna make it seem like I grew up, whatever.
Right,
Those who I do want to feel it. But my father, he retired from water and sewer, and I just say he still was out there stealing and stuff like that. It never gravitated to me. My sister done stole, my brother done stole. Don't get me wrong, I done stole something before, but that's not what my life consists on. It was like, I need to make better for myself. I want better. So even though you raise up in this household, that's nothing but hell, you look at that shit and you be like, I want better for myself.
That's what I'm saying. It don't
like,
because my mom was there for all her kids.
Yeah, but
3 brothers and I'm the only girl. But we all like jail.
Yeah, but the whole thing is this: just because you feel like your mom was doing the right thing, don't mean like y'all felt like that.
That's
You understand?
That's what we say.
Yeah.
And sometimes it don't even start at home. Like the kids want to be on the street, want to be down so bad.
You want to be down.
You feel me? Like they want to go. Okay, I'm grown. I can do the fuck out.
Why you down?
Mom, your mom could do so much for you, but when she can't give you what you want at the time, you want to go and get it away.
Yeah, but usually that's a household where mom and dad is not there.
I agree. I agree, but I agree to a certain extent.
I don't.
It could be mom and dad. It could be mom and dad not in that household.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because what I mean by that is you still got your daddy in your life.
But he ain't there.
He just don't live at your house. You still with your dad.
So look, this what it makes. I'm telling you from my point of view. I can tell daddy this and tell mama this. They don't even talk to each other.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you can play them against each other.
I can play both of them against each other. You understand what I'm saying? So this what kids do. They figure out a way to get away at all times.
Yeah.
Manipulation. Kids manipulate their parents at all times. You feel what I'm saying? So the co-parenting with all that, oh, I got a baby daddy, I don't want to talk to you, or I got a boyfriend, I don't want to talk to my baby daddy, all that shit plays a course.
The parent go good when the daddy don't wanna hunch on you. Exactly. It would never go good. Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want you to tell me a story that JD always used to tell you about his childhood that just was like he told all the time that probably was funny to him. You feel me? Something that just stuck out during his childhood that just made him, because niggas tell the same story over and over again, especially if the shit funny.
Right. So JD thought that this story was very funny to him, that he would always tell me. He would tell me about him and his brothers in a car or whatever the case may be, and one of his brothers fell out the car. Okay. Like, they just ride in the car and one of them fall out the car. And that was just like a funny story to him. Like, he just loved that childhood story. Like, I don't know how he fell out the car, but he just like, they was in the car and one of his brothers fell out the car.
Who wouldn't want to see their brother skinned up though?
Yeah, like, and he just loved that story. He thought it was so funny. Like, I guess they was like getting in trouble by their mom, and then one of them just fell out the car. Like, they was leaving from somewhere and he fell out the car. Okay. But he loved that story. He always told me about that story, That was a childhood story that he just thought was very funny.
You know a thing that I realized as I got older with females and just paying attention. A lot of females like it's only when they get mad. They'll use a story to try to hurt a dude. Like when a nigga become vulnerable to them and be like, yo, this what happened to me, babe. I'm gonna tell you a story. and then like it be some serious shit though. Like a nigga tell you some shit and it really hurt them. But as soon as y'all get mad, it be like, yeah, nigga, that's why you peed in the bed, bitch.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like, how often did you like try to get him mad?
It was never those times, like, because me and JD both are Scorpios, so we kind of we know each other.
Yeah.
So the things that I know he wouldn't like, I wouldn't like. So I wouldn't never want him to bring up something that I told him.
That you told him.
So I would never do that to him. Like it be certain stuff that I see on my own that I would say, or stuff that I just make up in my head. You
would just make up a story?
I make up shit in my head. Like, oh my God. Like I used to, I'm not even gonna say the story because it's like, it's not good for the internet.
Yeah.
But I used to say wild shit to him and he just used to get mad like, bruh, stop, don't say that shit about me. Like, don't do that. Don't lie on my name.
Yeah.
Like, but I used to just say it. Like, I just used to just.
And it's just because girls get mad.
I just used to get mad and I just make up stuff because I didn't have really nothing to say. So I just make up shit and I just, like, if somebody around that, like, it's one of my friends, I be saying wild shit.
In front of your friends?
In front of my friends, I be saying shit and he'll be like, you hear what she's saying?
Yeah.
She lying, like, and I be like, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth.
And you start breaking up
I would be breaking up with him. I be saying like, wow, like different shit that he won't even be on, and it's just like that will be very disrespectful to men. That's like not on that type of time, and I say it, but I didn't give a fuck because it was just like I'm mad, and people around, so I'm gonna just make up some shit and just say it, so it would make him mad,
and then come holler at my shit.
Yeah, it would make him mad, but it would make me so happy that he's mad about it.
That was your goal.
That's it. That's all I wanted to see.
So look, let's talk about this big party that y'all had, the prom party. Mm-hmm. What was the thought into that? Like, cause I wanted to go and I ain't go.
Why you ain't go?
I don't motherfucking know.
Yeah.
The little party by the
Yeah, why you ain't go?
I don't know. So what was the mind state of it, the thought of it? Like what was the whole goal of the party?
The thing is, me and JD birthday is 10 days apart. Mm-hmm. So we was like, all right, we just gonna throw a big party and we gonna make everything free. We gonna have food. Like, everything's just gonna be free. We just want everybody to come out and party with us. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think it was gonna be as big as it was, but it was big. So we just wanted to have a party together. We was gonna plan on having another party again this year, but but that's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to have a big party together. We was like, all right, we're gonna see if people fuck with us. We just gonna invite people. We gonna put it on the internet, but everything is gonna be free.
Yeah.
Nobody gotta pay. But I feel like that's what made a lot of people come too, cause it's like you ain't have to pay for shit. You don't have to pay to eat. You don't gotta pay to drink. You just gonna come and have a good time. You gonna see what's up. You gonna see what's going on, and that's what we wanted. We just wanted to have fun with each other, and that's what we always did. Mm-hmm. So that was our whole goal with the party. It was just like, we both Scorpios. We just wanted to have a party together. It was like my 25th birthday. Yeah. So I'm just like, cool. Like, I want to have a birthday, and he just made it happen for me. But we did it together.
That shit was lit. I wanted to go, but I ain't go. Yeah. I think Jess was there.
Yes, it was my 25th.
That's how old I was.
Young.
Oh, baby. I know this is, yeah. Why, you 25, then what? How you right now?
Not
Old
there,
enough.
stop.
Because why was I there?
Why was you there?
Bitch, when he said we could talk to hoes.
Look at her. That's not crazy there, y'all.
Not crazy.
That's not crazy.
Crazy because she
You gave her a new name. That's not crazy.
She crazy.
That's our new name.
So look, with losing JD, of course, now, his daughter play a major role in your life and stuff like that. You're a stepmom. How is it, you know, just doing that? And how was it before with him being there?
When JD was here, you know, I was with Nene since she was about 3, going to 4, and it was just like a new thing, cause you know I don't got kids, so it was like, all right, I'm gonna just be in her life. But it's like she came to get attached to me, like she just wanted to be around me all the time. She was just like something different. Like it wasn't like, oh, I want to go to my mom or I want to do this. Yeah. She just always wanted to be around me. So I was just like with any kid in my life that just want to be around me, I'm just like, all right, cool. You could be around me. Like it ain't really that it ain't that deep, but it's deep to them. So I appreciate that. So I just be like, all right, I bring them around. So with him being around, it was like she was always around me because he had to be doing his business, working and all that stuff like that. So I worked too, but it was like I wasn't working as much as him. So I had to help him help me. Yeah. So that's how me and Nene became a thing. That's his daughter. So it was like, she called me TT. It's a funny story behind that, but it's cool. But that's still my stepdaughter. And it's like, we became a thing because she just gravitated to me. Like, you know, like when I was younger, I seen women that I was like, she's pretty. She's doing this. She's doing that. This is what I want to be when I get older. So that's what I felt like it was for her. With her. Yeah. So when it was like that for her, we would be always around each other. And then when we did move together, she ended up, you know, staying with us a lot. She come with us for the summers, but she was with us a lot, even when it wasn't summers and it was whatever. And it was like, she just always wanted to be around me. So it was like, no matter if she's my child, if it's my godchild, if it's whatever, like if a kid want to be around me, my friends' kids, I just be like, I'll tell them when I have the time for them to be around, and then they're going to be around. But being that it was JD, that's his child. So it's like he had to have her around, and I had to help him because he was helping me too. So it was like, if he have to go out and make money, like, why would I be like, oh, nah, your child can't be here? Like, I'm just not that type of person. No matter if it's him, if it's my friends, if my sister, you know what I'm saying? It's just a kid. Like, they could be around me, so.
Yeah. I need you watching tomorrow.
Please.
Oh, shit.
But they just have to be able to, you know what I'm saying? They have to know. They have to know their place with their TT. Yeah. They gotta know. When I'm in my room doing what I'm doing and I'm just laying down and stuff, you gotta be in the other side of the house doing what you doing. You gotta understand. You gotta take care of yourself at a certain time. But when it's time to eat, when it's time to go somewhere, when it's time to do, I'm gonna handle that. But when it's time for you to go lay down or go look at your phone, your iPad and stuff, you have to understand you gotta do that because TT is TT in the room doing what she do. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely. Long as you good at that point, I'm good too. You can come. I don't give a damn. Yeah.
So, as far as you and him, did y'all ever plan on having kids together?
We did.
Y'all did?
I did. I was pregnant at one point from JD. Damn. And it was like, at one point, when I did get pregnant, it's like we didn't know at that point. And then I'm going through a lot of stuff I'm going through it with one of my close friends. I'm going through it with him. Just like I'm just on an emotional roller coaster, but I don't know what's going on because it's like I'm just being me. But I'm going through it with them. But then I find out that I'm pregnant. But at that point, I'm just still like stressing out, and I end up losing the baby. Yeah. But I did get pregnant with him, and then he wanted to have another kid. He wanted to do all that. He wanted us to have a family. You know, we planned a lot of stuff, a big baby shower, all type of shit. So it was like, you know, we did want to have that with us. So
most definitely. Was marriage ever something that came across y'all too?
It was. JD, he wanted to marry me, but when we talked about marriage, it was just a simple fact that he was just like, you know, I'm a street nigga. You know, I have a baby. I have things going on, and then if we do get married, we one. So I don't want you to ever be caught up in what I got going on. Mm-hmm. So he's like, damn, babe, we could get married, but we don't gotta like do the paperwork and stuff like that. But we could. He wanted to have the big thing. He wanted to want me to have that big like fairy tale thing. Yeah. But he didn't want me to get in the paperwork to where it would be me have to deal with whatever he got going on. Yeah. And I was cool with that, but we did have plans on that, like, but you know.
Understandable. So, as far as you knowing that he was in the streets, no. Did he like warn you about the shit that he was in the middle of, or did he say like, babe, this could happen? You feel what I'm saying?
He always told me. He just always, you know, kind of prepared me. He never like really spoke on like death, but he would speak on it sometimes. But he'll always talk about like, oh, babe, you know, if I go to jail, if I go to the feds or whatever. But then he would speak on it sometimes, but he knows that I was just like a big, like, I didn't want to hear that, like, if he died. Yeah. So that was something he tried to refrain from, but he would always tell me, like, even when people pass away, he'll just be like, you know, babe, like, this the life that we live, like, you know, if anything ever happened to me, this and that and the fifth. If I ever go to jail, this and that and the fifth. But he just always prepared me for that. But I just never wanted to listen to it because, like, who want to listen to?
Nobody want to hear that, yeah.
You know, nobody don't want to hear if they person finna, like, die or something. Like, it's not a good thing. So I just used to be like, all right, like, whatever. But he did always talk about it. Like, he always send me little memes that be like, oh, if I die, like, don't be like so sad and stuff like that. And I just used to be like, I don't want to hear that. Like, but it was just the reality of everything. Like, he always talked to me about it, like, all the time. Like, when he go through death with his family, with his friends, he'll be like, you know, if that happens to me, babe, you just gotta keep going. You gotta be strong. You can't just be out here crying for me because this is the life that I live. This is the life that I chose. Like, it ain't nothing that you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it ain't nothing that nobody could do. It's just like, you just gotta understand, like, this is what you chose to deal with. So I deal with it, but it's just like, you know, I'm a lover girl. So I love my man. So I'm gonna still be hurt regardless of what he told me.
Yeah. I love my man.
Do you
in Shay voice.
Do you feel like he prepared, like they like prepared for like making sure everything was okay, insurance, and you feel me, just making sure shit was good so the bitch ain't gotta beg for nothing, whatever like that?
He did. He just like, he always made sure, like, you know, me, his daughter, his mom, like, everybody would be okay. Like, he just always told us, like, he just always talked to us about it. He always tried to, like, talk about stuff, like, as if he would be gone. Yeah. He just talk about it, like, it just be random times. Yeah. He just bring it up and we all just be like, Like, what are you talking about? We're not even talking about it, but he just bring it up. So it was just like, it's not that he knew, it's just that he just knew the life that he was living. So he just wanted us to understand, like, all right, this is what I got going on. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen if something happens. And that's just what he would always tell us, like, but it was like, we would just always talk about it. Like, me and his mama, we'd be on the phone just talking about him, like, he told me this, and he just be talking about some weird shit. Like, we don't really want to talk about it, but it's like, it became our reality. Like, but we happy that he did talk about it. So
he told me you messed up my hair.
So, it's like,
Girl, shut up.
How did he like affect your life as far as the change in your life? Do you feel like he elevated you?
I do. I feel like he elevated me. I feel like when he came around, it's like we elevated each other. You get what I'm saying? Like, me being able to elevate myself help him elevate himself. So it's like me not having to ask him, like, babe, get my hair done. Babe, I need food. Babe, I need gas. Babe, I need this. I need you to pay my light bill. Like, when I was staying by myself and he was staying by himself, I didn't really need to ask him for shit. Like, he was already putting me in a position where he wasn't even staying with me. So it was like, he helped elevate me. Everything about me, he helped elevate me, and I helped elevate him too. Cause when he seen me growing and he seen me changing my life, that like kind of motivated him to change what he had about himself.
Most definitely.
So like, it was a good thing for both of us.
Yeah. So me being a nigga just observing everything that's going on, I want to speak on, and I could be wrong. A lot of people will kill me about this or whatever. I feel like a lot of females down south don't have that mind state of the elevation. They wait for niggas to make sure they straight. Like, they don't do what they have to do. It's like, I'm just waiting for my nigga to do something. You feel what I'm saying? So the girls that do wait for their nigga to do it, like, what's some advice that you have for them? Like, because obviously you got your own ambition, you trying to create your own business, you doing everything that you need to do to make sure that you're taken care of, but it's still girls who sitting around waiting for their nigga to become successful, not knowing what they nigga path is going to be, or if that nigga's going to be there for them. Like, what you got to say for them?
I just feel like, you know, as a woman, you have to be able to do what you want to do. You have to be able to, when you think about the lifestyle that you want to live and where you see yourself at in years, you got to be able to you have to be able to do that on your own. So, like, the things that I feel like I want niggas to do, like, whether I ask them to do it for me, if they can't do it, I don't give a fuck. If they can't do it, like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I could treat niggas like that. Like, I'm not hard down for a nigga. Like, me and JD, we had this thing, like, since I've been with him, niggas know. Anybody around, anybody that's looking at this podcast, they know. I wasn't fucking with nobody but JD. So it's like, if JD wasn't doing it for me, I could do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit that JD had, or a lot of shit that he had going on, people don't know. I helped him do it, or I did it for him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that he had, I bought it for him. It's not for me to tell the world, like, oh, yeah, I bought him that. It's not that. Like, me and him had that thing. So if you can't do what you want a nigga to do for you, like, that's some loser shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you looking at a life that you want to live, if you can't do it for yourself, and you just feel like, damn, I need a nigga to do it for me, like, how? Yeah. Like, a nigga, you can't depend on niggas. Niggas be losers too, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas will tell you, oh, I could do this for you, I could do that for you, but then when the time come, they backing out. So when they back out, what you got left? Shit, if you back out, I'm gonna do it for myself. And then now, bye, don't call my phone ever in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that simple. Like, it's not like I ever need a nigga to do anything for me. If I fuck with you, it's on some genuine shit.
Yeah.
We building each other, we doing this for each other, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I got with JD. So that's why he chose me for a reason. He knew that whether he was here or not, I was gonna take care of business.
Yeah.
I was gonna make sure his daughter good, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there in his mama life no matter what's going on. So at the end of the day, it's like I don't really need a nigga to do nothing for me.
Most
but
definitely.
if a nigga come in my life, like, you already know you gotta be here or you gotta be above. Like, it ain't nothing that you could just come in my life and play with me with, cause my nigga never played with me. So it's like, yeah.
That's real. So what you feel like JD meant to his family?
JD meant a lot to his family. Like, with his family, and me and JD were Scorpios alike. So I understood everything how he felt, everything that he did. So with his family, it's like he was a big part. You know what I'm saying? His family loved him. He loved his family. And it was like, he held it down, and it was like he tried to be the leader of the family. Well, not tried to, he was the leader of his family. So it was like he played a major role in his family, and his family really appreciated that. And it was like, but now that he's gone, his family is playing that role that he played. You know, they came in to be there for his daughter. They being there for me. They being there for everybody that JD was there for. So he was really a real major role in his family from what I've seen and from when I was there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was it a drastic, a major change that you feel like he made to try to better himself or you before everything happened to him?
It was. JD, before I met JD was just a different type of person. And if anybody know JD, they know I'm not lying. JD ain't never had like no businesses and doing. JD was just JD. Everybody just knows JD. When you ask about that JD, they just be like, JD is JD. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna get him some money. But JD became like a businessman. He got into real estate. He got into doing all type of shit, like just trying to change his life for the better. Like, he just wanted to be a better man, but he was 1 feet in, 1 feet out. You get what I'm saying? So, but he was doing his changes. He was trying. And I respect him for that. Like, he tried, at least. Like, I respect anybody that tried.
Most definitely.
You get what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
He was a good nigga.
Most definitely he was a good person.
Always.
How people say, discreet person and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, as me growing older, I knew that he was my cousin, but I never saw the street boy. And you know what I'm saying? I used to be at Ash House. I never saw that hood nigga. I never saw that. Every time he talked to us, it was always joking, filling our cup in, or you feel me, making us
joking
to go
elevation.
It never was like, oh, we finna go do this type shit, like, oh, like see somebody cut up some weed or some shit like that.
It was always, oh, I'm finna take y'all live. I'm finna pay for this. I'm finna do for that.
It was always business tips. You know what I'm saying? What he can help you do to make your business prosperous.
Everybody.
He showed love to
your birthday.
Our kids.
For your birthday.
Yeah,
just go.
He don't play by
you got
he came to the games.
When he bought them lashes and
a whole bunch of lashes.
she told me I was a white man finna buy.
He just her shopper.
OJ,
just lashes.
he get OJ $50 every time he make a touchdown. OJ said, "Mommy, sometimes I'll get them on $50." I said, "Unfortunately, yes."
He was a good person. He wanted to see everybody around him grow. That's why I always say, like, instead of hating on a nigga like that, you should want to get in his corner, because he wanted to see
these niggas know he was the biggest, so they had
to try to see everybody.
The best way they can. Fuck niggas.
That's how I look at him. Like, he want to see everybody on top.
He did.
Them niggas are fuck niggas.
Anybody around him, you know him. He gonna help whoever. Like if he see you trying, he gonna try to help you. He gonna try to invest in what you got going on to just see it be bigger. That's all he wanted to see.
Remember when before I got my teeth done, I said, go get your teeth done.
He can help you. He gonna help you.
That's my boy, dog. He
let you know.
He never gonna talk about the darkness.
His death touched a lot of people.
Yeah, he meant a lot. He meant a lot to a lot of people.
It was a good man.
Yeah,
he's motivation.
Regardless of how the streets try to judge him,
We don't know no street
the
shit.
streets got they look.
I don't know no street.
We don't. He don't bring that around
We
us.
don't know no street since I know him. I know motivation.
Gonna have a good time. He gonna motivate you to the utmost. And guess what?
He don't bring street shit around females.
You know what I love
He don't do
You
that.
don't know nothing about no
females with kids. You know what I love about him the most?
It's so damn cold.
If he gotta pick up my daughter to go somewhere with him and Ash, he ain't picking up my daughter. She gonna pick my daughter up, or I'm gonna drop my daughter off. For the simple fact, cause he ain't riding no kids in no car.
Never.
Even though we don't know the lifestyle,
He always say he don't let me ride in the car with him.
Tell us his business.
We go on date night. I go by myself sometimes.
Yeah, he gonna
unless we ride in my rental and nobody know what rental I'm in. But he never let the kids or me ride in the car with him ever. He be like, because I know the type of life I live, you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes down to him, like me being at my family house, he never, like sometimes if you see me in my family house, my friends be there, you don't see JD, it's because he like, I don't want to come over there and then some pop off because of me and somebody get hurt over there because of me. It's like he stayed away, like he distanced himself, but if we come around him, we gotta be away. Like from
he loved us.
He separated.
We knew how he felt. We knew he loved us. We knew how he felt about, everybody kids. Like JD loved kids.
Damn,
but he only had one child. He loved kids and he there for everybody kids. He got your back. Like that shit JD Dell fucked up a lot of people. Me personally, my daughter daddy was killed the same day she was born, and JD stepped in that paint as a real friend from day one. It ain't nothing like she wanted father-daughter dances, graduations. That boy was real.
You see what she said? That
real nigga. Like he really stepped in.
What she had to say at that funeral.
That shit crazy though.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So what you feel like he taught you, like from the streets? What you feel like he gave you the ups on, like let you know?
He let me know that he just basically told me, like, babe, everything that in the streets, he's like, you know how I'm living, if anything can happen. You get what I'm saying? And I want you to be prepared for it. I don't want you to be like lame to it. I want you, anything that happen, anything that he go through in the streets, he let me know. He don't let me know the depth, like the deep shit, but he just tell me, like, if I go to jail, if this happened, if that happened, he let me know, like, this is just what could happen. Like, I don't want you to be like lame out here, to be like, damn, like just fucked up. But he always talked to me about the streets. He let me know about, people that's just not for me. He let me know, like, the people that love me. He let me know, babe, this person love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be times I go through with my friends, he'll be just like, listen to what I say. But when he see the people that comes and try to make that shit right, he be like, nah, babe, like, they fuck with you. Like, this person love you. Like, it take a lot for people to come and admit they wrong and be like, I want to fuck with you and I'm your friend. He let me know, babe, this person is your friend.
Yeah.
This person, this ain't your friend. Like, cause we tell each other everything. When it comes to our friends, if we go through it with our friends, it be petty beef. He go through with his friends too. It be the same as me and my friends. Like, we go through that shit and it's like, we talk to each other about it. He let me know, I let him know. And that's what it was. Like, he never hid shit from me. And when he died, it was just like I had came to like it gave me closure because it was just like I had already came to closure with it. Like, all right, if something happened to JD, that I just know what it is. Like, but that don't mean that I'm not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
That don't mean that I'm not gonna be sad and crying and shit like that. Like, I'ma still grieve, but it's like he let me know what it was. It wasn't like when he died, I'm like, damn, like he like this and that. It wasn't that. It was like I knew what was up. I just knew life because he told it to me.
He told you.
So it was like, it was just like, I was like, damn, that, you know, it's just fucked up what happened. Mm-hmm. But I still hurt. That was my person.
So my next question would be like, what you feel about like gun violence and how it's been lately, especially down here where we at? Like, it's bad.
That gun violence shit, it be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like people, it don't even have to be all that what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that it goes is like, if you got issues with people, you need to stand on that. You need to say what you got with people. If you don't fuck with somebody, you don't fuck with that person. Like, if you do, you fuck with them and you don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
get your target.
Yeah, you gotta get your target. It's like gun violence down here is like, it be weird. It be really weird. Like, all that snaking people and just shooting anybody, just coming out there shooting.
They got a body.
Just shooting people because you know somebody out here that you don't like. You just shoot it up. And then you shoot somebody that's innocent. Yeah, exactly. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You have to get your person.
Women's all
being a gangster is not. It's just not. It's not about shooting people.
Real gangsters know.
Gangsters gonna shoot their person that they want to shoot. They want to kill. A real gangster gonna walk up and let you know, I ain't here to hurt you. I'm looking for this person, and they gonna do what they do with their person. Like a pussy gonna just shoot whoever, you know what I'm saying? A pussy gonna shoot, like, if somebody shoots you, just snake you, that's some pussy shit, cause that person don't see it coming. You gotta give that person the opportunity to defend themselves. If you don't, they don't make you bigger than, you know what I'm saying? They don't make you, but it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respect everything that go on. I'm not a gang banger. I'm not in the streets, baby. I'm not trying to do all that, you know what I'm saying, what females be online doing. But my man already talked to me about it, and I'm already came to terms with that shit. Like, that's what happened. This is what happened, and I want my man to get justice. You get what I'm saying? However he get justice, he get justice. If the police don't find him, if nothing happened, then it's nothing I can do about it. Of course, I'm gonna cry every day about it, but it's like, I can't do shit about it because I'm not a gang banger. I'm not gonna go out, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just feel like if you a real gangster, gangsters do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters, they don't play games. They don't shoot innocent people. They don't just do shit just to do shit. Like, you gonna do your shit and you gonna stand on your shit. And that's what it is. And that's how I feel about gun violence. Like, all that shooting innocent people, that's weird. That's wild.
Yeah.
Like,
so as far as you being a businesswoman and doing what you're doing, what's your steps from here? What you do now?
Well, you know, I keep going on. I'm doing hair. I'm rebirthing Ash Dollz. You know, me and JD, we was already starting to do a credit business before he died. We didn't put it out yet, but the TikToks. We was gonna start doing TikToks. And we didn't put out our credit business yet because we was doing classes trying to get that shit down pat. But I'm still doing my credit classes, the classes that we was doing. I just took another one just recently. And that's one that we had planned to do together. But I just end up doing it by myself. And I'm going to continue to do that. And all the things that we talked about that we was gonna do, I'm gonna just do it.
Continue to do it. Yeah. So, your goals from now, like, take care of his daughter. You be successful with everything that you touch. Because I feel like, sometimes, you know, and people tell me this, but God put his strongest soldiers through the toughest battles. Yes, you feel what I'm saying? So with everything that you going through right now, it's a hurtful moment, but you gotta take the situation for what it is and become the biggest that you could ever be. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And show a lot of people what it takes to be successful. Because a lot of people, they'll go through what you go through and they'll stop. They'll give up on life. But I just don't want you to give up. You feel what I'm saying? And I know the role that JD played. Of course, he helped me out with a lot of shit. So, I just want you to keep on going and keep pushing. And this shit ain't gonna stop, bro. I don't think people understand this shit a movement. Like everything that's going on right now, like down south is changing in the blink of their eye. It's motherfuckers who like right here, right now, got moving shit. And bitches ain't moving. She one of them, you know? So y'all just keep on waiting, keep watching, and we gonna keep going. We got Ash on the podcast, and we got all these crazy ass girls from Goose on the podcast, but I fuck with them. And I'm saying this right now, Jess is next, cause she tried to buck me on her interview, but she is motherfucking next. You too. Yeah, all y'all. We gonna do some shit.
Get drunk and get on them.
Yeah, most definitely.
Did I tell when I wrote you what I said? Yeah. I'm nervous, but
don't be nervous. But look, we got a lot going on.
Goose, babe.
It's all good. You from Florida City? She from Florida City.
Exit 1 all the way to exit 13.
Exit 13.
What's her name?
Not crazy.
From what?
From exit 1. But look,
not crazy.
This is the Mobb Life podcast. We got Ash on this bitch. I'm happy that you told your story. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad
and we gonna have the rest of the girls on here. We gonna have a big ass podcast. Uh-oh, here they go. Y'all come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here.
My nigga for life. I be the biggest.
Let me get up out of here. There you go.
Look at
y'all.
Thank you, come here.
This the beans is gonna get.
This is the Mobb Life podcast. Can I get a shout out?
Long live JD.
Skeet, long live JD.
Long live my nigga.
30 minutes.
Yeah, bitch. We got 30 more minutes.
You can't come on a podcast and you ain't on that.
Yeah. And this is the Mobb Life podcast, man.
Shout out to Big Skeet. The bees are the biggest. Podcast. You guys do. Fuck that. You guys do.
Come on. We too cute for that.
One.
Gotta be classy.
1, 2, 3.
Another one.
All right. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. One more.
Oh my fucking.
Wait. Stay down, Skeet. Skeet, please,